Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mixon on the toss right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw into the hands of the receiver, Shenault. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Prescott on 1st down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. On the move past the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Mixing up the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The this defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either call pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go, back.
Gets it quickly out to Marshall. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Jaguars at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Prescott off play action. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Elliott now to add the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. This is taken at the 18. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Once more, Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Catch made here by Campbell. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. And they'll go for it. Lance. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now a play fake. Lance. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cobb goes in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 38. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down. Now Prescott. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Mixon not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Another try for Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Prescott on 3rd and goal, eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Dak Prescott, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants have moved out in front. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Lance now on 1st down. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Trey McBride, the target on that throw, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Marshall. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw him a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott now. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on second down. Prescott looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Lance going to try to throw for this. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the two-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 2. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Watch out now. 50 fears. Strike it.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Antonio Gibson, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Once again, they run with Mixon. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
First down, Prescott. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's got room. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This goes out wide from Mixon. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger from 6 yards away. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Gano for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Jaguars 29, Giants 24.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The Lance going to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 8 yards. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derwin James with a pick. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 45 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route will run.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. It brings up 2nd and 10.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Lance looking to throw it. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jalen Rager, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Prescott looks to throw on first. To Mixon on the check down. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Prescott on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. Now Prescott. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And again, it's Prescott. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Touchdown! Mark Ingram, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago. But that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Benjamin St-Juste, and the Jaguars are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
17. Jackrack.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Gibson here running out of the gun. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now Lance. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. And this one is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Prescott. Connecting with Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Dak. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mixing up the middle. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And the 13-year man puts it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Lance with a first throw in overtime. Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Mega. Claws red.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a 3rd down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified. And that one could turn out to be huge.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Let's go. And cycle. Ready.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 146 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Here's Lance to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. Lance. Got an open man. Finds Gibson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because